What's going on, guys? It's July 20th.
You just kicked the man car, yo.
Turn it back up here.
Oh my
July
goodness.
20th, 2020. We're moving towards the future. Today we're gonna do a review.
Well, if it's 2020, then we are in the future.
Yeah, but we're moving forward. We're doing a review on Claude's Z32.
What's up, bro?
What's up, guys? Let's pop the hood. Pop the hood.
Pop the hood.
So basically, guys, what we're doing today is we had a lot of questions about Claude Z32 and this VH45 swaps, a lot of odds and ends on what was done, how it's been done, all the little tricks and trades to it. There's not really much out there as far as giving you guys advice on what to do if you are trying to do the swap in this chassis. So we're going to go through it step by step and kind of tell you guys what needs to be done. Go to your bed for what?
It's Sunday.
Anyway, guys, so first up, Claude, we have the engine. Tell us about what year it is, how many miles,
And how many hours?
did you do any, how many L's you took, did you do any internal work, so on and so forth.
All right, so this is a VH45 out of a 95 Q45 with 164,000 miles on it. And
You out, Kadeem?
Yeah.
All right, bro, be
get
safe.
out of here, man. And so far, so good.
Word. You didn't do any internal work, right? Swap,
Just swap it and drop it in.
swap and
simple.
drop, guys, or drop and swap. That makes more sense. Okay, so next up, we had questions about the coolant. What did you have to do to customize? What kind of radiator is this?
This is an eBay SR20, I think, S13, S14, whatever. Radiator, 2-core, aluminum, whatever, with the fans. It's like 160 bucks. And usually the neck, the coolant neck comes like up higher and you can't close the hood. So I just cut it off and saved myself a couple bucks. And now I can close my hood even better.
Okay, cool. So there you go, guys. The cheap cooling setup. You don't got to really go to him to get anything fancy. eBay works just fine, and we've been beating the hell out of the car. And is it staying cool?
Yeah, I take it to autocross. Today was a third autocross event. No heating problems, none of that.
Okay, so there you go. Okay, so next up, a huge question that everyone's been asking, especially since it was a problem for us when we messed up the first motor. What's going on with the oil pan?
So now I got a Performance VH oil pan, rear sump oil pan with a custom pickup tube, and so far so good. No
And
problems.
what oil pan did you have the first time?
Someone made the oil pan, like pretty much they reversed the front sump, and the sump was really low. So driving this low just wasn't.
Yeah, Slam Life did not work for the old oil pan setup, but this one has been awesome. It comes with a locator to put the dipstick in.
Yeah, you could just thread a dipstick holder thingy in there. That's it.
Okay. And then the next thing was your alternator setup. How does that work?
I got the bracket
I don't know if
off.
you guys can see it in there.
You can't see it, huh?
Kind of, not really.
The same excessive bracket.
But I've showed it before in an older video, the actual bracket.
Is it excessive or mass work? Excessive? It's the same bracket the 240s used for the kit for the VH swap.
Word. Okay, and then one of the most important things to the swap to make the swap go easy is the wire harness. Yours is from
Wiring specialty.
Wiring Specialty, guys. Take it from us. Do not mess around. If you are a wiring geek and you're up to the challenge, feel free. But if not, and you already know you don't want that headache among others, just save the money and get it. It'll save you a lot of headache and time, give you peace of mind knowing that your car is gonna start when you put it together. Okay, and what swap kit are you using?
I have the Performance VH pre-weld. Was it pre-welded? No, it was a pre-welded. Someone welded the mounts for me so I could push the engine even further back. And all you gotta do is turn the training mount 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and it pushes everything back. And when it's all the way back, and you have the rear sump, the engine will sit like this. Especially if you have like headers or whatever.
Okay, cool. And then so basically for that setup, it was once you got the mounts welded, is direct drop in, like you don't have to do anything else custom?
Nah. I mean, the only thing custom on here was the headers. Everything else you could buy. I mean, the pickup tube, I think they're making pickup tubes now for the rear sumps.
On Performance VH?
Yeah.
Okay. Word. All right. So a few people were also asking, what ECU are you running on this car?
I got the what's it called? The Nico West Stage 3 ECU.
And that's basically a modified stock Q45 ECU, right?
Yeah. It's a little like it's just flash. You could change between stage 2 and 3. I got it now on stage 3, and it's like
it's worth it.
I always had it on stage 3, so I don't know the difference between stage 2 and stage 3. But the stock ECU is like okay, but this is like there's a little difference.
Word. Okay. Awesome. And then you are running a stock Z32 trainee that comes in this car.
Yeah, you just get the Performance VH. You got the adapter, which is the Crest Moon adapter, and just it's like 5 bolts bolted up.
Oh, okay. And so I think aside from the headers, like the biggest question of them all that I've been asked from the beginning of your swap till now is, how do you get the hood to close? Okay, there it is, guys, the closed hood, and this is how we drive it all the time with the hood closed, no problems, no bumps. It opens and closes just fine. Claude, how do you do it?
So usually people will disagree with it, but I spaced my cross member about 10 millimeters, and that was enough. Like with the motor mounts and the rear sump, that's like enough. Like it's perfect
to make it sit, the engine sit further back and a little bit lower.
That's it. So if you have, especially if you have stock manifold, the manifold is always going to be on the cross member. If you get headers and you space your cross member, it's just even more space on top. You won't have your hood like touching the manifold at all.
But now we're going to talk about the exhaust and the header setup. That is like probably the biggest question of all time, because they don't sell headers for this swap, do they, for this chassis?
No.
They don't. So tell us about the exhaust.
All right, so I got pretty much long tubes, 2.5 inch all the way back to an X pipe into my Flowmasters.
Simple setup. Hope you guys can see that. Just got the Flowmasters here. Some custom headers. Would pop the hood and show you, but you're not going to be able to get a good look at them, right?
I mean, they could see. I don't know how much they could see of it.
All right, pop the hood. All right, so it seems to be pretty straightforward, guys. This is a good, I would call this, in terms of swaps, I would definitely call it a budget build. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah.
The way Claude went about it is definitely a budget build. It's definitely a more expensive way that we could have done this, but we started off, wanted it to be a budget build, and I would still say in terms of the swaps that we see on the market today, this is still, I'd still really consider this a budget build, good bang for your buck for what you're getting. In terms of power, when it's done, and drivability, if you wanted to, you could drive this every day. The only thing that would really suck is the gas mileage, right?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it burns a lot of gas, but that's basically about it. Can we go for a ride?
Yeah, first hear the exhaust. Check out some of the...
Check the exhaust out. Go ahead. Really quiet at idle. Like it really, like it's idling now, you guys can hear it, like it's non-existent, like it's barely making any noise. And then as soon as he gets on it, it sounds like this animal. When we drive it around town, a lot of people don't even really know that it's swapped until we punch it. Let's go for a drive. Stay tuned. Damn! This thing is moving. You haven't really put me in it.
I never pulled it like that, period.
Dang. I don't know, man. Kadeem talking a lot of shit, but I feel like this mic could slay the 335. Oh, yo, top end is nasty. Okay, we're going really fast. Woo! Wow. Okay. Woo! Damn. That was nuts.
The top end thing.
The top end is really freaky. Like throws me off.
Attack like that.
That's it's crazy because it's like it's not your traditional V8. As you guys know, our friend Kyle has the LS swap version of this car, LS swap C32, and it's breakneck torque from the moment he touches the gas. Like it pushes you through your seat, and it's just nasty. And if you guys know anything about LSs, you guys know not a lot of top end. This literally flips the graph on its head, right? There's still a lot of torque down low, but nothing compared to an LS. And then as you go towards redline, it just gives you more and more and more, which is really weird for a V8. So it's weird. Like he got on it, and I'm like, wow, it's great. We're going pretty fast. And then it just kept going faster. Like once you got around like 80 miles an hour, I was like, holy shit, we're moving. That was dope. All right, so we're back at the shop. That was absolutely nasty. Thank you for the ride. Yeah, I enjoyed it. The tack is definitely off. I didn't even get the tack on the video.
Yeah, the tack is so off. I don't know where I'm shifting at still. So I'm just, like, if it go past 9, I'm just like,
time to shift.
Time to shift, if it's time to shift. I don't know.
That was awesome. It pulls so hard. Now that it's done, the headers is in. I told you guys after he's been driving it, do some oil changes on it, and we're gonna, you know, test it a little more and more each time. And
take it on dyno.
You're gonna take it on dyno?
Yeah, I'm gonna make an appointment.
All right, cool. So I think that's like the last part of the question. I think everyone wants to know, especially with the custom headers. People want to know what this car is gonna actually put down, because a lot of people run stock manifold on this car because they don't make headers for this, and a lot of people don't have access to a custom fabricator that's not going to cost arm and a leg. Shout out to Rob. He was pretty good to us making these headers, so we want to see how much it's going to put down. So we're going to make an appointment soon to get it dyno.
So I hope you guys liked the VH review. I know I ask this very often, and some of you guys don't do it, but like, comment, and subscribe.